It's a cat and mouse game. It's just a cat and mouse game. It's difficult. So if we go out east, like maybe another 10 miles, right? For another 10 miles out that direction, that's where a lot of these dopers will bring in their go fast. Can you imagine coming in? Look how rough the waters are for us right now. When these guys are bringing in that dope at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Suicide.
It is, exactly, it's suicide. That's exactly what it is.
Tony might not be comfortable on the water here, but his connection to the island runs deep. His mom and dad immigrated from the Dominican Republic to the US to give their kids a better life. But the crime-torn streets of the Bronx made America anything but the paradise they expected.
When I was a kid, I remember there was a lot of drugs in my neighborhood. I have a lot of guys that I went to high school with that were either shot and killed, locked up, doing 20 years for murder.
He knew early on that his place would be with the good guys.
I remember the DEA doing a raid on my block, and everybody was just scared of these guys. Everybody was like, yo, the feds, the feds. I'm like, DEA, I was like, that's what I need to do.
After a decade on NYPD, he moved to his dream job and made his father proud.
It's something that they worked for. Both my parents worked for it and made sure that, that I went the right path.
By twilight, they're exploring a potential go-fast landing beach.
This would be a common area for them to come and drop dope off. And later on, somebody would usually be waiting.
They'll have a crew that way.
A crew waiting for the dope to come in.
If the go-fast they're now tracking lands here, it'll mark the halfway point in a supply chain that began in South America. Here, a Customs Border Protection plane films an essential stage of distribution. First, a small Colombian plane with tons of cocaine lands on a remote seaside airstrip. Immediately, porters and trucks offload the cargo and move it to a fleet of waiting go-fasts. Within minutes, the go-fasts are loaded with 1 to 2 tons of product and glide down an estuary into the open sea. From there, they fan out across the Caribbean to destinations like the Dominican Republic for transshipment to consumers all over the world. A typical crew will run 2 or 3 days straight, being stalked by law enforcement all along the way.
It's a serious risk. In this thing, you have blood or money, right? You can go, but you don't know if you will return.
This man we'll call Jose. He's a cocaine trafficker and go-fast captain who survived numerous trips north.
My role is like to guard the drugs, you know?
Jose says that the biggest threat isn't necessarily DEA. It's the other members of his crew. Because on any trip, every man on board has 300 million reasons to fear his shipmates.
On the sea, you cannot trust anyone, you know? They will kill you there.
One thing the bad guys don't have that we do have is that we can trust our partners. They can't trust each other, they don't trust each other. They're always turning on each other, they're always betraying each other all the time.
You have to be very swift, you know? If you don't be swift, you can just get there or something else worse, dead or something.
But the Caribbean is over 1 million square miles, and despite the danger, at least 8 out of 10 go-fasts will make it.
It's so hard to be able to catch these people in action. We'd have to have assets in the water, in the air, on land. That's why it's so difficult for us.
The only chance DEA has of catching go-fasts is knowing when and where they'll land. Thanks to recent phone intercepts, in their case, Tony and Kojak might now have that information in hand.
Give it time.
Eventually,
Sit tight and wait for us. We're coming to get you.
we're coming to get you. It's inevitable.
The next day, DEA Special Agents Tony and Kojak are on standby at the Dominican Republic command post. Their incoming cocaine speedboat is back on the wire and heading this way.
All right, ready to roll? Who's going? Anybody going with me or what?
The Go Fast captain is planning to make landfall and deliver his cocaine within the hour.
We've already identified the actual locations where these guys intend to bring the drugs in. We got people already in the area. We're all going to go meet them now and get ready for the shipment of drugs.
This is it. Final confirmation. The team heads out to a remote landing beach where they'll hook up with a Dominican strike team from the Sensitive Investigation Unit. The Go Fast crew plans to dump the coke on a remote beach where accomplices will load the drugs into waiting SUVs.
We know for a fact they have weapons. We know for a fact there's at least 18 or 20 members at the site. So yeah, this is a high risk.
Guys, you need to move fast, all right? Move fast.
It's definitely a needle in the haystack.
And in the dark.
Yeah, especially in the dark. That site was very, very remote and dark, and it's perfect. I mean, and they know this. I mean, that's why they pick these locations, because they know they're perfect for them. All right, this is the staging location. Darker than I thought. We know they're communicating because of the wiretap intercept we have. We're waiting for the phone calls telling us that the drug operation is underway.
Intercepts reveal that the Go Fast is floating just off the beach, waiting for their accomplices on land to show up.
They're still in the water coming into the shore, so we're just waiting.
I'm antsy right now. Where are those phone calls? Where are those phone calls?
The cops want to roll up the Go Fast crew and the buyers coming to pick up the coke. With millions of dollars and their freedom at stake, the bad guys may well fight to keep their stash. DEA wouldn't stand a chance without the men of the Dominican Sensitive Investigation Unit backing them up. For added firepower, 4 soldiers from a nearby military post join in.
Entrada. Parte que lo vamos a hacer por la primera entrada. Ustedes se ponen en posición de ataque de una vez.
Si nos ganan y salen afuera, ahí sí que nos come un caballo. ¿Qué vamos a hacer entonces para llegarle a esa gente?
Si tú ves que viene un vehículo saliendo, automáticamente nos tira y uno de nosotros una vez te va a dar apoyo. ¿Tú oyes?
These drug smugglers, when they bring their loads in, they actually have that tendency to open fire on the police, on law enforcement when they show up upon arrival. So they've been notorious for that.
Tony's concern right now is being shot by his own side.
I was like, yo, make sure you tell these guys they need to check their crossfire. Everybody knows Sweet Alpha's the one with the New York Yankees jersey. Like, real bright. That's why I won't get shot.